Hello there and welcome to Weekly Tips. Today I want to show you 3 useful VBA customization of StatusBar in Excel. Variable type check, last used row and last used columns finder. I want them to work in any Excel file, so we'll write code in personal macro workbook. Firstly, we have to create basic macros. Let's start with variable type check. It's quite an easy one. We just have to use VarType function and assign text to appropriate values. We will use all the cases from VBA references to make our procedure more flexible, so we could use it in different projects as well. As we can see, it works as expected. Now I change variable name for future use in StatusBar. Let's create another procedure, last row finder. It's a very short one, but the tricky part is to use all of the presented properties and functions to correctly find the last row in ActiveSheet. Let's make a second string for our StatusBar. After a quick test, we can see that it works fine. Last procedure, UsedColumns, will look almost exactly the same. We just have to change rows for columns and create another string. Now we can proceed to the StatusBar procedure, which will call out for the other macros and will change the StatusBar info accordingly. Also, we have to declare our string variables before procedures to make them usable for all the procedures in this module. Now it's time for a little cleanup and a slight change in VarTypeCheck macro to make it possible to use it in different procedures in personal workbook. At last, in order to use our macro in any workbook, we have to create new class module and input a code that will call our procedure after selection change. I've used code provided by ActiveCell, which is presented on the screen. Also, we have to put few lines of code in this workbook object of personal macro workbook. After saving and restarting Excel, we can see that our macro works as intended. You can find code used in StatusBar Tools mode in the description, together with the link to the mentioned Mr. Excel forum. If you find it useful, please share, like and subscribe. That's all for today. Thank you and see you next time.